Most important thing. You're the most important thing not only in this gym, you're the most important thing in the life of this community. But since I got the microphone faced this way, know that when I'm speaking today, I'm really speaking to you all because I absolutely celebrate the opportunity you have today and what you mean to this community. You know, as a nation, we talk a lot about education these days. And a lot's because we've changed in our economy. We've seen jobs move overseas. We've seen a change in our world. But the one constant we know is that those communities and those countries that succeed are those that focus on education. I get dozens of calls every month of communities that want to talk about how to copy the promise. I can tell you no community has succeeded at the level of this community in finding a way to not only create scholarships for bright minds, but to use that to change the future of the economy. And you should celebrate not only Murphy Oil and their commitment to the community, but also the commitment of the Chamber of Commerce and the commitment of the community groups that have come together and said it isn't just enough to have scholarships. We've got to leverage that to change the future of our community. And that's a tremendous gift that you've all been given. But it makes me wonder what will really become of the communities that focus on education. What will the effect be? And it reminds me of as you can tell, I like to eat, and not just collard greens and meatloaf. And there's a term, a French term, called terroir. And it's a term that talks about how a place where food is grown, how it affects the flavor of that food. And you know, we all kind of understand that. How homegrown tomatoes taste better fresh as opposed to buying them from the grocery store where they were grown in some country far away. So we understand how soil and community affects food. But I believe we ought to be looking how academics affect community. And about how communities that believe in their academics, they believe in education, how that in turn changes the future of those communities. If you truly want to be a vital community and economic region in the future, I think we're going to have to make the commitment today and every day to invest in education and to truly lift up more than ourselves for these graduates. They have a responsibility today that goes beyond just the responsibility to be good stewards of the money. They're really burdened at this point with a responsibility to give back to the community, a responsibility to take what they've been given and build upon it. There's a futurist by the name of Tom Peters, and Tom's written lots of books, and he's famous for knowing everything there is to know, I guess, but you know, he used to say that just 7 years ago, a third of everything you know was obsolete within 7 years. Now he says in 18 months from now, everything, a third of what you know will be obsolete. You know, if Tom's correct, what it means is that graduation for these young people, it's just another opportunity to continue lifelong learning. As they go on to colleges and universities, learning never stops, and we've got to embrace that both as individuals and as a community if we truly want to change the economics of our community. You know, but graduates, I can't tell you enough, education is critical, and this scholarship's important to your future. But I believe there's 7 additional factors that you've got to continue on if you truly want to be successful. Above all, you've got to be true to yourself. You're about to go to a place in the world where we're going to have lots of opportunities. And you're going to have a little voice in your head that's going to tell you what's right and what's wrong. Listen to that voice. Secondly, you've got to give back. And let me say that again. You've got to give back. You've all been given a great gift today. Commit to yourselves today as you sign that in whatever way, or the rest of your life, you're going to give back to your community, to the people you're involved in, to your church. However you can do it, pay back the promise of success. You've also got to never aspire to be average. Average is simply the best of the worst. You're already designated in the top percent in the world. How many kids have an opportunity that you have today? Less than 1% of the world's population? I bet it's less than that. You're already above average. Never, never let anybody tell you that you're anything above that, and never aspire for anything except greatness. Never quit learning. Never quit reading. Ignorance is your enemy. In a changing world, in a changing economy, if we don't change with it, if we don't burden ourselves with knowledge, we will not succeed in the future. Surround yourself with people who make you better. I'm not telling you to dump your best friend. I'm just telling you, as you go out into the world, find people. Find your own personal board of directors who can help you find the path to success. You've been given a path to the university. You've been given a path to college. Find people that help you find that path to greatness. Find that professor. Find those business leaders. Find those community leaders that help you find success. Remember that bad things happen. You're going to have bad days. Prepare for it. Understand your finances, your personal responsibilities. Prepare for cruddy things to happen. And I cleaned that up, by the way. Prepare for cruddy things to happen, because they are going to happen. Do that and you'll succeed. Don't let them change your life. And give thanks every day. The gift you are given today is a gift that will absolutely change your lives. And I know lots of people are telling you that. But let me tell you about my experience. My mother is 15 years older than I am. I was a high school dropout. My father was 16 years older than I am. He was a high school dropout. My father was a migrant worker. He died when he was 20 years old. And the only reason I am here today is because every day of my life, I was told the only future for you is education. My children will never know poverty. My grandchildren will never know poverty because of the education opportunity I was given, because I could block and tackle. You all are given an opportunity to change your grandchildren's lives today. Use that opportunity to change their world by changing your own life. You'll soon embark on a tremendous journey that will bring you opportunities that none of us can really comprehend. They're changing world. When times of indecision and challenge come, remember the great gift you are given and the hope that this community carries with you. I know that as you come to those times, each and every one of you will look to your heart, will remember the gift, and will make that right decision. Thank you for allowing me to be here today to celebrate a little bit with you. Be blessed.